Hello Leo, welcome to Moonflower Tarot. Before I begin, I just want to remind you guys that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So without further ado, let's start. So this is just a message for Leo, whichever Leo person stumbled on this video, and this applies to not just a Leo sun sign, which is what we typically know as our astrological sign, but it also applies to if you have your moon in Leo, as well as Mars in Leo, Venus in Leo, or Leo rising or Leo ascendant as well. So whatever you're vibing with, yeah. So let's start. So we have this big multifaceted spread for you guys, but I'm just going to zoom in on the cards that I'm talking about, so then you don't have to look at all of these pictures at once, because I know it's like a lot of information. So let's start with this set of cards here. So we have Nine of Wands, we have the Devil, and then we have Judgment. So I think this is really pointing to the fact that you as a Leo it sometimes can be kind of hard on yourself, and at this moment I see that a lot of you people with Leo placements out there in your astrological charts are going through a bit of a period of anxiety. Like you may be replaying some kind of anxiety in your head or in your dreams on repeat. It's like you're just, even if it's subconscious, it's like you are somehow, you have anxiety. Like I think maybe you're stuck on something that you can't help but to sort of replay over and over. And then we have the Devil. So yeah, this is like something that may not just be coming up now, but this may be something that's been bothering you for maybe a while, but I see it more like with the Devil card, it may be something that wasn't that serious at first, but then things kept piling on and piling on and piling on and piling on. Like it's almost like I'm getting the feeling of like making a mountain out of a molehill, like, or snowball effect, like something that's been bothering you, something that's been giving you anxiety has just been sort of like piling on, and only recently I think you are starting to notice, like, hey, like something's bothering me, this is bothering me, and it's interesting. I'm not gonna say that you've been in denial about it, but it does seem like it's just been kind of pushed to the side because you've either been busy or you've been like thinking about other things, or this is just not something that you've been really thinking about, and now I think it's finally catching up to you, and you may be getting like tidbits of the fact that you have been feeling a lot of anxiety over whatever this is. This could be anything ranging from, you know, your emotional life, like possibly a relationship or dating situation that's just been like something there has been bothering you for a while, or it could even be like your career, or maybe just like you just feel like something's not quite aligned right now, and once again, like that snowball effect, something has just been snowballing, getting bigger and bigger, and now it's starting to kind of affect you. Here we have Judgment. So I'm seeing don't fret, because something in the future, something positive is going to happen in terms of karma. Karma is going to renew its cycle, if you will, and whatever this anxiety-provoking thing is, it's going to work out. Let's get into more depth about what this may be. So if we look down here, we have the Empress, we have the Three of Wands, and we have the Knight of Wands. So in conjunction with those other three cards that we were just looking at, there is something bothering you. I think this anxiety when it comes to either creative projects, your passions, or I'm seeing like maybe some love relationship or something in your relationship or in your like career, or this could even be health, signifying like maybe you're having trouble getting pregnant, or maybe you're afraid of something, some kind of, if you're male, this could even be like a reproductive issue as well, or something to do with, you know, just in general, like that kind of health, related to that kind of health. And I'm seeing a lot of anxiety, yeah, with the snowball effect. And then here we have the Three of Wands. So I think that, yeah, this kind of says that you have been sort of feeling like there, okay, so I'm seeing there's something new coming into your life, or some kind of change, but this is maybe not quite the right time for whatever this is. I'm not really sure what this is. This could even be like a creative project, or like any kind of like new thing that you're trying out. But I'm seeing here that because you are in sort of a feeling of anxiety right now, this may not be the best time for that, because I feel like with the Devil card, this may just make you more stressed out. It may just add to the stress, and I think you really just need time for yourself to kind of like sort out whatever is going on in terms of this anxiety, whatever it might be. I'm seeing that it does have something to do with matters of the heart, not necessarily in your love life, but it could just be something that you hold close to you. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of maybe even paranoia. I don't know. Like, I'm seeing, kind of getting the vibe that it's something that isn't supposed to be dragging you down, but it is for some reason. Like, it's like one of those things where, like, logically and theory, it shouldn't be bringing you down, but emotionally, like, it is, and you can't really control that, because, you know, your emotions, they kind of just go off on their own doing whatever they want, and you can't really control how you feel, as much as you know, you can rationalize, like, this isn't something that's supposed to be bothering me, but it is. So with the Knight of Wands, I'm seeing that, yes, in conjunction with the karma sort of balancing itself out, things are going to be fine. You will find a reprieve from this. This may even be due to, you know, whatever is going on right now. In this case, currently, right now, as I'm filming this video, COVID is still going on, and that might have a lot to do with whatever this is, this anxiety, snowball effect of things that are just causing you this. It's like this debilitating sort of like anxiety, this maybe even, yeah, just like just irrational fears even that don't really make sense, but, you know, it makes sense when you feel them, and internalize those fears. And I'm also seeing that with the Knight of Wands, yeah, so whatever this is, it's going to work out. And when it does work out, you will be able to go off and do the things that you were either planning on doing or wanted to do, like goals that you set. You will be successful in those goals, in those things, once this works out. And I'm seeing that it will. Let's try to get more insight here. So yeah, we have the Eight of Wands here with this donut card, the Eight of Wands. So yeah, you feel trapped in some kind of anxiety, some kind of insecurity, some kind of almost like irrational fear about something in regards to something that's really important to you that you hold close, whether it's your career, creative passions, your love life, relationship, or maybe even if you're female, like reproductive health or something like that, or even if you're male, that could also apply. Here I'm seeing the Knight of Swords with the with this card. So I'm seeing that you're being really hard on yourself. You're being too hard on yourself, and I think that's why the Devil card appeared here, because you are really sort of almost like in a weird state of like masochistically sort of like beating yourself up, which is really unlike Leo in my opinion. So you are kind of in a wounded bird state, if you will, like your wings are not healed at the moment. Like, I think you need to do some healing, and then I think you'll be just fine. But yeah, here I'm seeing, yeah, there's a need for self-love with the Nine of Hearts. There's a need for self-love. You've been beating yourself up about whatever this is, and it's been snowballing, and I'm just going to tell you, Leo, like, stop beating yourself up. Stop being harsh on yourself, because that's not really going to help. And I'm seeing here that this is irrational, like irrationally judging yourself or picking at yourself or something like that. Yeah, it might not be healthy with the devil card. I'm seeing that it may not actually be healthy. So just keep that in mind. So here we have the card self-doubt, which also came up. So yeah, this actually plays into whatever this matters of the heart is, love relationship, reproductive issues, or career, or some kind of creative passion that you hold close to your heart. You're feeling a lot of self-doubt in that area. Not entirely sure what it is, but it's like normally, Leo, you're quite confident, you're quite radiant, and you exude a lot of warmth. But I'm seeing right now you're once again in this sort of state of just feeling very, very just like paranoid or some kind of anxiety here about something. Not really sure what that thing is, but you know, once again, this is a card that talks about pushing through. So this card signifies Nine of Wands, that you're almost there. You're almost there. And even if you're feeling, I don't know, I'm getting this really strong sense of like anxiety and worry. I'm getting that you're almost over the hill. You're almost there. You just need to like push. And you know what? This actually goes really well together. So this could really indicate those of you who are pregnant, like this could even be like you're having issues in your pregnancy and you may be like blaming yourself for it. But I'm here to tell you, Leo, do not blame yourself, because when it comes to health issues or, you know, those kind of things, that's not your fault. You know what I mean? Like your body, like your physical state is your physical state. Like it's not something you can control. And also beating yourself up and, you know, judging yourself and being harsh with yourself, it's not going to help anything in the end. So I'm seeing here you need to accept yourself. You need to practice self-love. You need to cut ties with that sort of cycle of like self, not like abusing yourself, like, but like you're judging yourself, you're critiquing yourself. It's like you're being harsh with yourself. And yeah, so those Leos out there who are pregnant and who might be having some issues, I'm seeing here, just hold on. And I know it's difficult right now, but you are almost over the hill and you're almost there. So just don't give up when it comes to having optimism and holding on emotionally and spiritually as well. You may want to, like with these cards, I'm getting like spirituality, like you may want to, you know, pray, or, you know, if you're not religious, you could even do some meditation, you know, intention setting. You could read, you know, something from like a book that, you know, your favorite book. Try to be positive, maybe even take a bath, you know, rose petals. Yeah, so just practice a lot, you know, self-care, self-love, ultimately self-nurturing. I think you need to stop beating yourself up and stop being harsh on yourself, because this isn't helping and you don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that kind of abuse, even if it's coming from yourself, like internally, or like being too harsh with yourself. So here we have the Queen of Insecurities. So yeah, I'm seeing that there's some insecurity that you're having, and it's really setting you off track. It's making you very unlike yourself as a Leo. And honestly, I think it's like really uncharacteristic of who you are. And I think you should try to, once again, practice that sort of like self-nurturing, self-care, and try to really just push through, because you're almost there. You are almost at the finish line, whatever this thing is. So don't give up. You stay optimistic. And then here we have the Love card. I think that this card really just represents a need to practice self-love. Like I said, I don't know why I'm getting this strong message of like roses or flowers. You may want to get some roses or flowers and, you know, put it somewhere where the sun hits your place. Just put it out as a reminder that you deserve self-love, just like these flowers deserve sunlight and water. you know, as humans, we all deserve self-love and self-nurturing, and you really, once again, should not be beating yourself up or judging yourself for something that's probably out of your control. And then here we have freedom. So yeah, in order to get freedom from whatever this is, I really am seeing self-love, you know, really practicing that self-love like I was talking about earlier. And yeah, and here we have the Queen of, I can bring this over to the middle. These are kind of on the edge. So here we have the Queen of Pure Essence. So I'm seeing with this, there's a really strong need actually to declutter your surroundings or your life. So this could be decluttering your life in terms of like physically, like your physical surroundings, cleaning house, you know, doing some late spring cleaning, later in the year, summer cleaning, just clearing out areas of your place where you feel shame, or you feel like in any area of your house or dwelling place where you feel like when you look at it, like it just brings you a heavy feeling or guilt or shame, or just this, you know, it like provokes you to like judge yourself or be harsh on yourself. Clean those areas up, you know, really pick a day, pick a certain day or a certain morning or a certain allotted amount of time, hours, to really, you know, get down and clean, not obsessively clean, but, you know, just clean out things that once again feel heavy, that make you feel sort of trapped in. And this could even be like, you know, doing like skincare, you know, like maybe even this could even be, you know, I'm really getting this sense of like refreshing your surroundings, refreshing your heart space, refreshing your energy space, spiritually, clearing it out. You know, maybe you can smudge, burn white sage candle, set an intention. You could even take a salt bath. That'll feel very like purifying as well. But once again, I'm really getting the strong need for you to clear out your space, like physically around you, like just like throw, not necessarily like throwing things away, but maybe like putting things away that you don't use, that are kind of like cluttering your space. I'm getting a really strong need to do that. And then here we have the Queen of Self-Discovery. Okay, so I'm seeing that once you do that, once you clear out your heart, mind, your home, and also just like spiritually, you sort of like cleanse your space. This could be internally and externally. Just a real need for cleansing once again. I'm actually going to put this side by side so you could look at these two cards next to each other. They're pretty significant here. So once you do the cleansing, really like purifying your space internally, you know, emotionally, your heart space, and there may be a need also to like let go of things that once again you've been like holding on to, whatever these things are that are really contributing to this like self judgment, or just like being harsh on yourself. You need to let go of those things, purify your heart space, your energy space, and also once again your dwelling place. Maybe even you can read up on some of Marie Kondo's techniques. She's pretty good at, I think, guiding people into sort of clearing out, you know, their space, really only surrounding themselves with things that bring them joy and calm and peace, which is something that I'm seeing that you may need to do here. And afterwards, I'm seeing that the result of that, what will really help in this realm, or it'll really help in this realm of self-discovery. So after you've done the purifying, the cleansing internally and externally, I'm seeing here that it'll open a door for you to embark on more of a self-discovery. Like, honestly, I'm seeing, Leo, that you kind of lost touch with yourself. I think you're sort of like grappling with, maybe even having a little bit of an identity crisis, or confused about maybe the direction in your life. Or once again, like I mentioned earlier, this could be something to do with like a love relationship. This could be your career. This could be creative passion. This could be maybe even pregnancy. Like maybe you're grappling with, do I maybe want children? Do I not want children? Or like, maybe even like you're already pregnant and you feel a lot of like shame or sadness about maybe feeling like you're not doing enough, or you're not, whatever, like you're having these self-doubts. But I'm seeing that this isn't healthy and you don't deserve it, and ultimately you should let go of these things, because Leo, I mean, it's not helping, and also no one deserves that kind of self, I guess, I'm not going to say abuse, but judgment and like harsh treatment, because I mean, no one deserves harsh treatment from other people, but you especially, I think you also don't deserve harsh treatment from yourself either. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, you will be able to, I think after doing, once again, the purification, you'll be able to do some self-discovery in those areas of your life where you may need to sort of realign with your identity, the direction that you're taking in life. Really, you will be able to be more, like, think more clearly, feel more clearly, and be more in tune with you and also your surroundings once you, once again, let go of things that no longer serve you, clean out your dwelling place, your home, clean out your heart space, let go of things that have been sort of haunting you mentally. When it comes to those anxieties and insecurities, let them go. Maybe even, maybe even write down a list of everything that's bothering you right now that you feel like you've been pressing down for a while, but now it's just kind of like it's peeking through, and then it like snowballed, into this thing, and now you're starting to feel it. Well, write down everything, all that you feel, make a list, and then you can start going down the list. And this could even be like things, anything that brings you shame or makes you feel insecure. Just write all of them down on a list, go through the list, and right next to these things, write down how you can get rid of them, how you can clear them out of your heart space, your energy space, and your spiritual space. How can you get rid of these things? How can you let them go? How can you clear them out of your space and ultimately purify your space so that you can embark on self-discovery? Because by then you will be able to think more clearly, feel more clearly, and once again be more in tune with your intuition, third eye chakra opening, heart chakra opening, maybe even your throat chakra opening as well. Like, I'm just getting a sense that you're really sort of out of sorts lately, with who you are. Like, you feel misaligned. You feel kind of unlike yourself. That's what I'm kind of getting. And just try to be optimistic, and really keep those techniques in mind. And I just want to tell you not to beat yourself up. Don't be harsh on yourself, because it's not, you don't deserve that. And ultimately, I think there's better ways to deal with this. And also, I think deep down that you don't deserve to be doing this, like this sort of like self-deprecation or whatever it may be. Just, be kind to yourself. Because if you're kind to others, I mean, you also deserve to be kind to yourself, or kindness from yourself. Okay, Leo, so I know that was really long and kind of multifaceted, but I hope it was helpful. Like, comment, subscribe, share if this resonated with you. And I just want to remind you again, Leo, that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me. And the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. I'll see you later. Bye.